430 picks on Martin Crowe.
Oh, shit. I used to have him.
Jobi, get up there.
I used to have
where
him
you're
as
gonna
a
sit.
solo pick.
Yep.
Gave him away, and Melissa Holden has him. I know that. She did.
Yeah, I'll have to check on this. Yeah, New Zealander cricketer. God,
He was in some scandal. Cheating or juicing or shaving points or something. But I found him when he had cancer or whatever he had. And then whatever scandal he was involved with or accused of, I think came up after the fact. And then he
got more press because of it.
Well, then they stopped talking about the cancer. So when I news search him, I go, he must have rebounded. And then Holden said, no, he's back down. But I think this would have been the third year I had him.
53 years old, 47 points, plus the athlete bonus this year.
Fuck yeah.
What's the athlete bonus?
Whoever wins the site-wide points for the year gets a name a bonus.
Oh, they get to pick something for the next season?
And so this one was athletes, which
Last
has been
year it was Canadians. This year it was athletes.
Which is a nightmare because of what qualifies as an athlete. Oh, darts players.
Yeah, poker's on ESPN.
Yeah, right.
Bowling. That's a good one.
And that's a tough one. Golf. Well, you got to walk a lot.
Ping pong is a Olympic sport.
What about
exhibition?
Yeah, curling.
Well, that's a sport. Come on.
All right.
Really?
It's Olympic sport, and I said yes. Okay, yeah, curling. What about? Let's see what else. Bodybuilders.
What about your mothers?
I don't want to talk about that.
Let's get into this. I'll talk about both of your mothers. This is day 2 of Bingo gone missing. Her other boyfriend is actually coming over. He's been texting me all day. Any word? What about this? She picked up her medications. So, right now we're on day 2 of Bingo has gone missing. I'm gonna have to tweet an Amber Alert for a 1999
blue alert.
White Chevy Tahoe with a blue hair girl behind the wheel. And at the same time, both Jobi's here from Celebrity Death Pool. That's why we're talking about that.
Thank you.
And Chaille. And Chaille's mother just today put in a hospice care out of the fucking blue.
Well, yesterday during the podcast, I had kept having to get up because I was getting the first call I got. I thought was a phone solicitor. So I'm like, yeah, this is a real bad time. It's like, oh, this is Rick from ADP. I'm like, Rick, these phone calls, they seem to just come at the wrong time. And he's like, well, I'm calling because your mom has activated her alarm. Listen.
Yeah, I'm on the other line with a telemarketer, please.
I have things to do.
Yeah, so that was...
So, so you have to leave early. You're not even here for your 50th birthday party, which we canceled, sort of, because Bingo went missing. And I'm giving her between 3 and 5 days. Like I would guess that's the amount of time.
We did we were pretty drunk, but I think we did an over-under.
We were very drunk. That was one of the drunkest. I had to call people to ask if I have to apologize. I came in and I saw Burger King scraps. We made someone go to get us Burger King. This is a few memories of.
Yeah.
But I checked my phone and I'm like, wow, I was in bed by 10:30. That's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Even though I have no memory of the last 4 hours of it. But after Bingo Day 1 podcast, I thought maybe she's gone for a while. Maybe this is like that Malaysian flight that knew they were going to find, so they kept having the CNN guy in the cockpit. Like
the simulator?
At what point are you going to just stop with the simulator?
Did they find that thing yet?
They today I saw they found what they thought had to be a piece of it.
A piece
of it.
Jetliner.
I think that's
full of debris. Yep. Wait, are you talking about the jetliner or Bingo?
Found a piece of Bingo. So yes, keep your eyes out there. if it's now March 2nd, 2016.
Well, this will be the 3rd. Or no. Wait.
No, this is day 2.
This is day 2, but when this goes out.
Night
if you want to
2.
do this every day, then...
Yeah, and you're going to have to crank these things out. If she stays missing and we try to do a daily update of Bingo's Gone Missing, because we got to get Bert Kreischer in there. Bert Kreischer is already overlapped. He was first, but she was his ride to the airport the next day, and that podcast is a two-parter and hasn't gone out yet. So, but
that's going to be a swapcast too, so that's going to probably go out next Wednesday. But that's
next Wednesday.
Yeah, he releases on Wednesday. Today's Thursday.
Oh, all right. Yeah, so you're gonna have to wait for the Bert Kreischer, but that's an evergreen and fucking beautiful.
Yeah,
did we even talk about how much fun that was?
Well, something got in the way.
Oh, we always worried about Bingo. Bingo went missing with no phone. Everyone keeps calling up. Well, she might be with so and so. First of all, when Bingo gets in that headspace, I should save this for when Buttercup gets here.
Probably should.
Jobi, your mom, also swirling down the drain.
Also. Yeah, it is something in the air. It's happening to all of us.
It's the saddest podcast of all.
Yeah, I had to fly down here from Oklahoma.
If you're not up to speed, Jobi's sister died, leaving 2 small children with the father in Oklahoma. So for the last 7 months, is it?
Yep.
He's been taking care, mommy daddying the 6 and 8 year old or whatever they are.
Yeah, and I'm the Manny, I guess is what the Manny.
I like it.
Taking care of the kids, and so yeah, and the mom decides to up and be retarded and die.
So now he had to leave one death struggle for another death struggle, and like, how are you doing with the kids? Because mom, she might take a while. Tell me the fucked up stuff with the nursing home you put her in the first time.
Yeah, I was down here with Hack last time over Super Bowl, and threw her in a home, like a rehab facility, care facility kind of thing, like Sierra Vista.
Full 24-hour care?
Yeah, 24-hour care kind of thing, and it was great when I showed up, dropped her off. First couple of days, phenomenal. Everyone left, and then comes to find out that she's getting pneumonia. They're not changing her sheets for like 4 or 5 days, not giving her meds, not taking care of her. Doctor won't sign her out to another hospital and doesn't want her to leave because they'll lose the insurance money. And just giving her shit care. And just basically, it's like hospice without the drugs.
Hospice without the I'm dying part. Yeah, right. Hospice is supposed to be for people who are definitely dying.
End of life. It's
hospice is end
palliative
of life,
care is what they
and that's they were making it end of life at her place. Yeah, fuck her.
So I had to move her to Tucson to a hospital, and then now it's the power of attorney, and I'm dealing with all her legal and financial voodoo that she's been dabbling in. So.
Oh, Jesus.
Trying to get all that squared away over the last few days. So
I was going to bring up your sister, but let's not. Your alive sister.
Oh, the one I have left.
It should have been you, sister.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did she pull that?
No. Mother was taking care of the sister financially where she shouldn't have. Yeah. And now Jobi's power of attorney.
The spigot stops.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the gravy train is over. So, there's a little drama for Mama.
It's all drama here at the Funhouse Shotclog podcast.
Yes. This bar used to be fun.
No, he was talking about the kids that he has to take care of. And which is the bigger problem, taking care of the kids or the dying mother? And since none of us have kids, I'm like, better a dying parent than a living child.
Yeah, we're planning in April. We're going to do the ash gathering for Amy up in Superstitions kind of thing, and
Superstition Mountains.
Superstition Mountains, yeah.
For the listener who's they have superstitions.
Amy
scatter ashes. Sounds kind of religious.
Meaning.
His sister.
It's your sister.
Yeah, my sister.
Well, there's a couple Amy's around here.
True, yeah.
And
So
some of them are dead.
some of them are dead. There's 2. Yeah.
We don't know that Bingo Bingo Bingaman is
no,
dead.
I meant Whiskey Girl.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Dead Amy's.
Yep. They're everywhere.
I can't play music, but if fucking Bingo turns up in a wooded area, we're gonna start a band called the Three Amy's.
Fantastic.
Yo, what's your girl situation? All I know is the one thing you told me that you left on a message, and Chaille hasn't heard. So tell me about this girl you met the way you told me.
Okay.
This is up in Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, Oklahoma. We actually kind of clicked on each other's pages on like a dating site kind of thing, and realized we had knew the same people.
Like a dating site? You're on a dating site.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but I use Mishka's profile picture, so yeah.
Awesome.
First, I was just gonna say that Jobi is the guy that has no girlfriend ever. He'll have an occasional that comes to visit for a couple nights.
Discreet dalliances.
But he's way better looking than any of us. And he has to leave here all the time going, what the fuck? I'm way better looking than these fucking losers. I got no girlfriend, but you don't seem to want one.
I don't want one.
Well,
Yeah.
this one.
What's the strategy with the Mishka's picture?
Oh no, it was just a joke. But I do for the scams that come through on the dating sites, like, oh hey, go to my web chat room kind of thing. I give them Mishka's website, and that's a fact. That's not a joke. I actually do that. So I like flood them until they block me. So
hey, Mishka,
I'm like the Zorro of internet dating.
Mishka, on the upside, your traffic is up, but viruses are also up.
So yeah, we noticed on the site that we've got mutual like Facebook friends, some friends of mine in Oklahoma, and so I start chatting with her. All right, hey, these people? Yeah, all right. So she asked him in person, who is this guy? What's he all about? Oh, he's great. Yeah, go out on a date with him. So we met. Great looking girl. Sat down over a couple of beers. Turns out, find out that she works for Child Protective Services. Okay. And
so Jobi goes there right away.
Yeah. So it quickly goes into, okay, well, how many dead kids have you seen?
What?
I don't know why Jobi doesn't have a girlfriend.
Pass the salsa. Oh, yeah. And how many dead eyeballs have you seen from kids?
So he asked her.
So she's like, I don't know, 100, 200, I don't know, and they she says, I'm not sure. It's a lot. And then she looks at me, when someone looks at you but looks at the wall behind you, and her eyes
looks through
me, and her eyes glass over, and she says, yeah, I'm a manager now, but I really miss working in the field. And based on that, I think she might be the one.
There's an anger fuck there. Yeah,
see, like
really
amazing.
Miss working in the field. Fucking good is that? And she has no kids.
No kids.
Like 38.
But apparently
none that are alive.
Yeah, exactly. Apparently this is a big thing in Oklahoma because there's fat fucks everywhere. They call them rollovers, where they have kids laying in bed with the parent, fat fucks, and they roll over on them
Smother
and they
them.
fucking die.
Yeah.
So
you don't have to deal with that.
That's good. So yeah, that's my prospects in Oklahoma. But
it's good.
Yeah.
I'm happy to hear it.
So hold on a second. A rollover, they can't prosecute for that, right? That might be a
good way to kill your kid.
Well, I mean,
negligence.
You have to get all fat and stuff first.
Well, I mean, we've seen those movies, right? Super Size Me.
Yeah.
Super Single Me.
It's a lot of effort. You got to get fat first.
Hey,
and then,
what's worse?
Then you have to have
trying
a
to
kid.
lose fat or lose the kids.
I'm sorry, I have to go home early tonight, but I'm having 3 appetizers, so I won't need that babysitter next time.
Yeah.
I was hoping that Buttercup would be here by now. She said, I don't want to get into it, so we might have to pause. I didn't want to edit at all, but I think we're gonna have to take a quick break and wait for a washtub Willie to get here.
Yeah.
No more shots tonight.
Really?
Not for me. No, that was fucking brutal.
Did you just say like 4 shots, 5 shots you did last night, or how many?
I think we did 4 in an hour.
You said 4 a lot. I just got done editing the podcast from yesterday. You said 4 a lot, so I'm pretty sure it was 4.
All right.
They were and those were the fucking celebratory Canadian shots. The measured.
That's what Willie said. He said, "Hey, can I get the other half of the shot?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna start tin can rehab type of behavior today.
Like for real, like buckling down, or
just like, hey, just stay on the couch and watch fucking Netflix for a day. I rented some movies, but it's so hard to concentrate. We'll save this. I'm gonna pause. We're gonna.
Oh, let's do a real quick plug.
Yes.
There's going to be a funeral home opening up for Just Spite Pics that we're in.
On dscdp.com.
Just Spite Pics. You can go for look up Doug Stanhope's Spite Pics, and it's just people that you fucking loathe.
Yeah, it's
not Betty
it's
White.
Just for fun. Yeah. We're not betting money. It's just that way you can celebrate when someone dies. We did talk about this
a little bit, but we didn't have the details.
Okay, yeah, and it opens up. It opens up at the end of March, so you've got I think 20 days or something like that.
All right,
25 days.
Yeah, go to dscdp.com.
That's
Doug
the deadline.
Celebrity death pool.
You can sign up now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anytime.
All right. Yeah.
Sign up now and get in. And I have one. I can't. Fuck it. If other people pick her, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
A couple days ago, beloved NPR personality dies, and I click on it on Newser, and I go, oh, please be Diane Rehm. I hate her so much. I've actually called this station on a hangover and went, listen, why do you have a... This is Throw Mama from the Train
show.
I talk like this, speech impediment, but the nice people at NPR let me keep my radio show for the last 100 years.
That's your cerebral palsy face, by the way. You can't tell. You're not doing it in front of a mirror.
She looks like talking like that. And then I thought, as I'm rapid cycling, I hope it's Diane Rehm. I went, oh, fuck, why don't I have my Spite Pics in yet? Because she'd be one, because she makes me crazy. It's like if they had a fucking one-legged kicker in the NFL just because, well, everyone should get an opportunity. But that's my team! I remember going off on Birbiglia brought Ira Glass to a show at Caroline's in New York City. And it was a second show, and that's why I don't do second shows, because one of them I'm going to be too hammered or too sober.
Yeah. There's no balance.
I just went off on Ira Glass for why does NPR force themselves to hire anyone with a speech impediment just to show how liberal they are? This is how good we are. Yeah, we're good to people. If someone has a violent tick, we put them on the air. If they just ate a loaf of cheese and they want to eat the mic and smack like a fucking toad in a dryer. Fucking Lakshmi Singh. Change your fucking name. It's a stupid name. Hi, this is Lakshmi Singh. That's stupid.
I believe Lakshmi is like one of the most popular names in India. Because my sister-in-law works for Microsoft, and she said her boss's name was Lakshmi. And then I was taking the bus home one day, and I go, "Yeah, I think I saw your manager on the bus." She goes, "That's like the most common name in India."
Like Patel.
Yeah.
I know a Patel. Yeah, so does everyone else.
Potel Motel Mafia. That's what we call them. They own all the fucking... You see Patel on a motel. It's like seeing a fucking Italian name on a vending machine. All right, let's get this more racist as we crank up a couple more cocktails.
Yeah, that was kind of... I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, all the Italians in town are going to come down on me.
All 3 of them.
I'm vaguely Italian from what I know. Yeah, that sounds like it could be Buttercup. I know his thing. I know whatever he drives breaks down a lot.
It's loud, yeah.
Out there on Wash Tub Row. That barking dog means we'll be right back to part 2 after this.
This is Chad Shank, and when I'm at Stanhope's, I drink plastic jug vodka.
'Cause there ain't no other option. Plastic Jug Vodka. What's your favorite brand? Tweet me at Doug Stanhope or tweet Chad Shank at HD Fatty. That's HD Fatty. Hyman Doberman Fatty with a Y.
Hyman Doberman?
I don't know.
What's going on?
We already set it up with their. It's the saddest podcast ever. Is we going?
Yeah.
All right. Both of their mothers are in hospice care.
What's that?
Both Chaille and Jobi's mothers are in hospice care.
Is that right?
So, yeah, we have the weakest story of all of them, but it's still Bingo Goes Missing Part 2, Day 2.
Right.
My mom's going in tonight,
you.
so she's still not there.
Oh, where's she at now?
Southern California, Fullerton,
Okay.
home of the electric guitar.
Tell you what.
He doesn't have electricity. He's Washed Up Willie.
That's right. I don't know nothing about that fancy stuff.
So yeah, we've tried to save the bingo part for now, and we've been texting today. Like, hey, that was a good call. Did she pick up her prescriptions?
Well,
And
she'd said that they'd come in, 3 days ago now, and Safeway called her and said that her meds had come in. So I said, okay, so you're gonna go. She was coming up here, leaving my house, and I said, well, so you're gonna pick them up on the way? She said, yeah, but I wasn't with her when she picked them up, so it dawned on me that maybe she kind of spaced it or something.
She didn't. I talked to Evil E, and she said, no, I had to. There was like a rebilling thing, some fucked up thing with the billing to the. So she had to rebill it and refill it, and then it hadn't been picked up, which I think is a good sign because I don't think she'd go off her meds. I think I told you that she'd talked about just flaking out and driving away.
Yeah, right.
When shit gets bad, she does that. And the thing is, she doesn't want to see anybody when she's in that state of mind.
Right.
So everyone, well, maybe she stayed with Kelly in Tucson or she's going to her sister's. No, she's not going to go see people.
Right.
If she had, people, she wants to get away from people.
I get that. That's why I live in the sticks where I do, because I need that too. But has she done that in the same capacity before?
No, because I would fly her somewhere when after New Year's morning when she was having a problem with something else, and she's like, I just got to get away from it, and I flew her up to Wyoming.
Right.
So now I just want to be alone. When we first met, she did this. That's why I'm not too worried when I start drinking.
Yeah.
Because during the day I'm a fucking basket case, and if I don't watch Netflix or rent movies, I start crying and I go, why do I have a fucking emotions? Oh, it's because I'm not distracted. I come out here alone for a cigarette and I start crying. I got to go back to my movie.
Right. Where the fuck does this come from?
I don't like this.
Thank you, dear. Thank you.
So, yeah, when she was first out of the mental institution, when we first got together, she figured out how to get, and she was just completely out of her mind.
Yeah.
He was around back then.
I had to do a lot of
shaved bald.
babysitting, and you'd call me from the road. Hey, go check on her. I think she's off or not. And I'd come over and, she'd be
talking on a banana in the street with no clothes on, thinking it's a phone.
Yeah, a
little different than the crazy she is now, which is way more subtle. But
trying to
still,
eat shoe polish and okay, all right, yeah.
Right.
She still figured out at her worst how to get from her parents' Tahoe place to a remote location in Death Valley. She is resourceful. She just chooses not to use it if someone else will do it for her. So I'm not
like all of
real
us
worried.
It sounds like me.
I can relate to that too. Yes. All right.
But I'm thinking about putting out a Twitter Amber Alert for blue hair girl driving
About that too, but then I mean, how much do you want? Authority is it?
Well, we've become friends, but I could report my car stolen if we were
Right.
really worried. But
Right. I thought about
I'm
that
giving it 3 to 5 days. Okay. I would assume that's about the amount of time that she'd need to be gone, and I'm guessing.
Right.
Or miss her phone.
She's not had that phone in her face.
That's the weirdest
Oh, it's
variable.
got it. I know that's one of the scariest things because you got everything's on that phone. Hers.
Faces constantly since the first time. I think it was 2012 where she first got a smartphone and figured out how to use all the shit, and then it was Facebook, and then it was texting, and then it's just her face in a phone.
Right.
So, sorry, I just get a text and I have to check. That was the worst part about texting you all day.
Yeah.
Is every time you text, I'm like, maybe it's her.
I know. I just as I was thinking throughout the day, I was just like, and I was trying to work because I have this job.
Stupid job.
But yeah. I knew it was probably driving you crazy, but I appreciate you.
Well, no, I know you're in the same
It's
headspace.
Right. I have somebody right now going to my house to check to see if her computer is there, because I don't know. Maybe if she had that, she could at least listen to this if she chose to.
Nah, she wouldn't know how to get it.
How to do it. Okay.
She wouldn't know how to.
She's only heard it if we put it on the car or something. I don't think she
I
knows
sent
how
her a
to.
Facebook message, which I had to figure out how to do.
Okay. Yeah, that sucks. I had to do that too.
I had to go. I have 2 Facebook pages. The one's the fan page, and one's the personal page.
yeah.
And the personal page says, in a relationship with Amy Bingaman, and that's the only way I can find her on Facebook
Because of
I
the
don't
link.
use it.
Because of the link that's
It
in there.
links it there.
Right. Yep.
And so okay, now I can send her a message in case, because when I said no, she didn't bring her laptop.
Right.
I had peripherally seen his laptop on the bar, thinking it was hers.
Right.
And then when I came back after you texted me that, I saw his business bumper sticker on the. I'm like, oh, that's not hers. Right. So I went to where I had left hers. It's gone. Her other shit is still there.
Well, she had mentioned it. I thought about it because she had mentioned about bringing it out to the place a few days ago, so she could do a song list, and listen to, because I have a bunch of country and western records, she wanted some different stuff, you know what I mean? So she was going to bring that, and I thought of that. I didn't know if it was still, if she had put it in her bag, or she told me the night before she split that she was going to put it in her bag, and because she was supposed to go out to the house before she ended up giving a fella a ride to the airport before that came up. Her plan was to come out to my house, and she had mentioned bringing the computer. So I didn't know, I don't talk about computers with anybody, I never talk, I don't fucking have one, I don't.
You need a Chaille. That's what I have. I don't know how they work either.
Yeah, right. I used to have the Facebook and thing that was just and the website that was set up for the music, but I unplugged myself from everything a few years ago, and I had other people that did it for me. I didn't do it myself. So anyway, so it's not something that we talked about, bingo.
I don't know if that was yesterday or this morning. He just edited that podcast from yesterday. That'll go out tonight.
Okay.
This will go out tomorrow, depending on his mother.
Hang in there, mother. Couple more episodes.
I said the opposite to Jobi. I go, you're going to be here for fight night on Saturday? I go whisper in your mother's ear. Keep fighting, Ma, but Friday, then it's time.
I've got plans.
We got a schedule to keep here. Oh, man.
But that's, fuck, now I lost my thought.
Computer?
No,
Laptop? Last night? This morning?
Shit. It's gone. It'll come back.
No, it won't. It never does. Not for me, anyway. So yeah, I mean, that was that, and then the meds thing, hit me. That did she or did she not pick? And you checked on that and found out she did not pick up her meds, and I don't know how many days supply she.
I know she has more than she ever needs all the time, but she forgets where they are.
Right.
But I assume if she planned this out even a little bit, meds would be the first thing she thought.
Yeah, it always is right in the front of her head.
If she thought enough to purposely leave her phone behind, then she thought enough.
Okay, but what about this, man? Because I've seen her set her alarm to let her telephone tell her when to take her meds. Is that something that she does all the time? Or is she going to...
She'll do that when she knows she'll forget.
Okay.
I don't know if she does it all the time.
Right. I mean, I don't see her doing it all the time, but her phone's always going a ding and a dong, So I don't know if it's an alarm or somebody text messaging or something coming in, So,
I'm going to give it till Sunday before I panic. Again, we're drinking when I say this. I panic all fucking day.
right.
When someone leaves you like that, and it is a douche move, it's a wicked dick move to do that, knowing that...
How many people care about her.
And now the whole town is involved.
But she's not in that. I mean, I'm sure when she made that decision, she was in, cuckoo was out the cage. You know what I mean? Probably so.
She's able to justify things when she's like that.
Right.
That when she has clarity, she never would.
Which, if she had said,
we've been on the road,
I'm
like
just
that.
I have to get the fuck out. Well, then go. But to do it where I don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
No one in this room would tell her, no, don't go.
Right.
They would say, oh, yeah, well,
Right.
yeah, which
You
way you
gotta
heading?
do what you
Yeah,
gotta
take
do.
the car that's going to work.
Right. Fuck. There's a car lot at my house. You could have taken it.
So yeah, we have no idea what's going to happen. I would tomorrow I'll look for her. Today I was out here smoking a cigarette, and I thought I heard her say Stanhope. It was just a neighbor saying something, but I thought it was her in the house back, and then I just fucking busted apart. It's like when I ran away as a kid, and your parents, when they found you, didn't know if they should beat you or hug you.
Yeah, right. Yep.
She'll know enough to, when she comes over here, make it in the afternoon. In the morning, it's an ear beating.
Yeah, I was thinking that, oh shit, I forgot my phone. Just go get a burner phone. But then what would you do? I don't know one fucking phone number. I know my phone number,
That's what, when Shawnee came by today, and I told him what's going on, and he left. I got to do a thing, but him and Gretchen are in the car immediately saying, well, you know where she could be? I go, no. Whatever your first thought was, we've been through yesterday. Right. She's not with Kelly. She couldn't figure out a phone number. She doesn't know her own. We've been through all these. Right. She wouldn't know how to get to that address. Right. She doesn't know where her sister lives. She doesn't have GPS. She doesn't have phone. She's in a fucking bad car, driving randomly. I almost left this morning to just go drive. Like, my fucking head is going to be this fucked up.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I hear you. I was up all night thinking the same thing. Maybe I'll just hop in the truck now and go some direction.
I could go east. I could go west. It was all up to me to decide.
Right? Every goddamn...
Tonopah KOA, check that.
I was trying to be a detective. Okay, what would a retarded person think? Like, she's on a highway. If she doesn't have a road atlas, which she doesn't really know how to use, I would think she would keep going probably towards Palm Springs. Just keep on that
on the 10?
Right.
Just keep 10 going out, because she wouldn't know how to get through Vegas to get to Utah to her sister.
Right.
Eventually you hit the ocean, though, on the 10.
Well, I was going to just go to Palm Springs, and then if she wasn't there, go, I love Palm Springs. Got to make it good for you, too. You're going through hell.
It can be a nice place to hang out. Yeah.
It's funny we closed that podcast on Tucson to Tucumcari to Tehachapi to Tonopah randomly,
right.
and then tonight I'm like, that's about the places. That's like the four.
That'll be
cities
the
I'd go
first
to if I
quadrant.
was just driving aimlessly.
Yeah, fuck, I've done it several times. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
I've been
yeah,
all-
Yeah, that song's been in my head for 20 years. I've done it. Look, I got a week off.
That's
I'm
a
gonna follow that
song-
song down the road.
That's a song I learned from a guy like you. That was a solo act in a bar,
Yeah.
and I never heard it, and he played it so fucking well, and I loved the song. And then when I found the original, I'm like, this stinks. R.V. Parks was the name of the guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was Jackie Trinka's
Yeah,
friend.
yeah.
R.V. Parks played at the fucking place in Vegas after the open mic, and I want R.V. Parks' version of this.
Right? I don't want this.
And there's like 3 other versions I've found on that none of them live up. I felt this is a weird beat.
I'll see if
After you left
Yeah.
the podcast on day 1, we continued to get like recklessly drunk to the point where I called to apologize to people I vaguely remembered were here in case I didn't need to, but I was just checking in because I was that drunk. And
I did the same thing at home, except I only scared my dog. He ran away.
yeah, I didn't scare anyone.
Oh,
But
Boudreaux didn't come back last night. Fuck you, man. You're weird.
But in the morning, like one of my first thoughts after piecing together last night was, I should have plugged his dates. When we have a guest on the podcast, you plug their dates, and I felt like I was
when
rude.
the guest can remember them. Yeah, I guess that helps.
Well, you got your Monday nights, right?
Sundays at Elmo's.
Sundays,
that's
but
what-
don't you do the hootenanny on
Oh
Mondays?
yeah, we do the thing with up there. Steve's brother Steve started the thing a couple of years ago.
Was that in Tombstone?
No,
No,
that's
no.
in Bisbee.
All right.
It's up Tombstone
Steve,
Canyon.
Steve, who you met here, he's the one going to look for Bingo's computer right now at my house.
But it's
so
just past the Jonquil, or whatever that is, that motel, right?
Yeah, it's the old Moore's grocery store.
Right past the Circle K. It's just up. It's
Just,
up the
yeah,
canyon.
up the hill and around the curve up there. It used to be an old grocery store called Moore's, but he bought it. Now it's his art studio and wood shop, and we do a Monday night, hoedown thing there.
And then Sunday at Elmo's.
And then I do Sunday at Elmo's with my band, whoever they may be at the moment, type thing, That's all I'm doing right now. I was trying to take time off, and then it ended up with this job at Elmo's, which I like. I really like working there, and I love the people and everything. But anyway, yeah, that's the only stuff I've been doing, music wise.
Day shift at Elmo's has to be priceless.
It's fucking hilarious.
It's
I'd take a day shift at Moe's over a night shift anytime. I used to work there nights, when they needed me to help out, and is this okay?
yeah. That's why it's sitting in front of you.
Can we drink on this show?
Hey, Trace, can I get a little shot glass? I'll do a celebratory
Cool.
Canadian-style shot.
Cool.
That's fine.
So that's all that's going on right
Tracy worked day
I
shift
was at
forever.
the fucking liquor store the other day, the one over here by the Copper Queen Hospital.
now. Yeah.
The Plaza Liquors.
Plaza.
And I was stuck behind 6 people. One guy's got just like a handful of change, and he's meeting it out. And he's like, all right, there's
Buying it.
$1 for $1, like mini bottle of
Buying it.
Fireball. And they take one out, and he's like, he rummaged through his change. And here's another.
Fireball.
They were in a basket on sale for $1.
Oh, yeah,
so he's
yeah.
meeting out
That
his
was crazy.
dollars and change. Here's the dime, 5 cents. I was like 20 minutes.
I just throw a 20 on the counter, and I'm like, here, I got it.
Get out of my way.
Like, just to work a fucking week at day shift at Elmo's or at a place like that just for the material. But
Well, it's great. I mean, it's great. And the people, the regulars that come in are, they're Bisbee folk, longtime Bisbee folk. So they have walker races up and down the bar and shit, and they have a good time with their, they're getting old handicaps. And what hurts on you today? Well, same thing that hurt yesterday. Well, here, try this weed. Okay. That kind of thing. So, yeah, it's hilarious. And
have you met Joe and Maggie yet?
Joe and Maggie.
They're they live
don't
in a
drink.
cave above Andrew.
Yes. I met Maggie the other day.
Yeah, she's like-
with Bingo. She came up and was talking to Bingo, and she introduced us. And Maggie played me a song. I was stuffing money in her ukulele. They don't hold much money, but little things are small.
A lot more coins than dollars.
Yeah, I met Maggie, and I actually saw her today, and I mentioned to her, Bingo's AWOL, so because I know that Bingo and Maggie, they like each other a lot. So,
Joe was on Bill O'Reilly on Fox News, and he said it to me at so many days of chaos over here. At one point, he goes, "Yeah, and Fox News was interviewing me in old Bisbee," and I didn't connect with me. And then someone tweeted me a link, like, "Is this the guy that you let into your house or something?" And it's him being interviewed on Bill O'Reilly about Donald Trump and how this one town on the border, they have different views about. And it's their man on the street, and there's fucking toothless, homeless caveman Joe going, "Yeah, they're taking our jobs," which they took out of context.
right.
So they just took that, and there's a couple more clips of him. I'm like, Jesus fuck. He said that to me, but it didn't register that Fox News would ever be here.
What the fuck they doing there, yeah?
He also said that he beat Kent Shamrock in a fucking UFC fight.
Now, come on. You're not going to do this here without him.
No.
You want to talk to him about that?
I will.
All right.
I'm just saying. It was during a party. I couldn't fact check it. He doesn't come across as a bullshitter, but I think to live that lifestyle, you have to have some bullshit patterned down.
Well, yeah, there's a balance, when you're.
I think you're
anything, I guess.
You're good at read, like the read on the room, the read on the people in front of you.
Right.
You have to be, or you end up, pretty fucked up.
Right.
Like not able to have an adult conversation, which he does. He's an interesting guy.
Oh yeah.
I mean, him and Maggie, they're both great.
Do you know Margot was here Sunday and had a mini stroke? She had 2 in a row.
You mentioned that yesterday, yeah.
Did I mention it?
It's called a TIA, trans ischemic attack, and they're like that. Sometimes they're really short that you wouldn't even know. Like when my dad finally went in and the doctor had to see him, he had so many. They're like, wow, this is probably a daily occurrence. And my dad had no idea. He just thought he just slumped over, reaching for the coffee.
Right.
You still got parents?
Still do, yeah. Yeah, they're here in Bisbee, yeah. Right, yeah.
Oh, he's your dad.
My dad, yeah. Mama, yeah.
See this? You see the signs.
Yep. He's all over the county. Yeah, and they're getting up there in years, and once in a while they like to throw us a scare, but they're too, he's too mean to die. She's too nice to let him, so.
When you got out here, you came here in the school bus.
Yeah, well, yeah. When
From
I bought my
Cantwell.
property from Alaska, I come down here. When I bought my property, the first time I rolled through was in '98, and it was 2000. Maybe it was '02. I can't remember exactly when I bought the property, and that's when I drove down. But before that, I was in since '98. I was in and out for the winters. I'd come hang out for a few months here and there.
But were they already here?
They came in '99,
Okay.
and they bought Old Timers Restaurant, which is now Vanessa's
shit.
Cantina.
Which one?
So did they have old timers? Yes, in fucking 2005.
Yeah.
What's
No,
old
it's
timers?
actually earlier than that. When Renee and I first came here,
When you first.
before I lived here,
Yeah.
we first came here, Old Timers was the first place I went. I was just jacking up Yanis about this, about I couldn't remember the name of the place, but I go, there were New Orleans people that owned
Yeah,
it.
that was Mom and Dad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my family. We ran that. Well, I just did music. I did the music stuff there. My brother ran the kitchen. When the food was good, I'm gonna put that on the record. My brother was in the kitchen, Mom and Dad, got drunk and took the money from. They ran everything else. But yeah, that was my family's place for about 10 years.
We were staying at the Shady Dell, so we did some day drinking up in Old Bisbee.
Yeah.
and the only place, the VFW in Lowell, was still open, and that was the only bar you could drink at. But you had to have someone sponsor you.
Right,
in.
it's a pain in the
so
ass.
we were up at Old
Then you gotta
Timers,
hear war
meeting
stories all
people,
day.
saying, "Hey, does anyone know anyone that can get us into that place? Because we're drunk. We need to be able to walk home because there's no cab."
Right, yeah.
And we found someone.
Lowell just doesn't seem the place where like they're a stickler for rules. I mean that
VFW.
Well, I mean, but
I know.
so what?
You think they'd just be happy to have the
Fucking
$2?
$2 beers, right?
In the urinal.
Come on in.
In the urinal trough, I still remember they had a trough urinal in the Lowell VFW, and there was a bumper sticker, "I'm not fond of Jane." Really?
yeah.
You're still carrying that?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Nor daily business.
Tracy!
Well, some folk just
Barkeep.
can't. They can't get low. You can't let go of a bunch of stuff. Some
So
folk.
where was the restaurant that your folks had?
Old Timers is up where Vanessa's Cantina is now, next to Screaming Banshee.
Oh, all right.
All right.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
back then it was a motorcycle bar, and we had a good old time. I mean, like I say, I was just involved in the music part. I would do like Wednesday nights or something, off fucking night, so I didn't have to get paid. And
How long have you been out of Louisiana?
oh man, I left there officially, mom and dad, when the oil crunch happened in the 80s. They yanked us out. Lafayette was the third largest oil city in the country at the time.
Gulf oil, right?
This was when, what happened was the Arabs dropped the price of the barrels overnight. It just dropped.
Allegedly, that's not a cartel.
Right.
That's not a cartel.
Hey, we don't need no Arab lawyers coming around this podcast.
No. That's hearsay.
We got sponsors,
That's
sir.
It's all hearsay. Okay, but that's Lafayette being what?
Hang on, we have to go to a commercial. Hey, this podcast brought to you by Mobil Oil.
Yeah, right.
$1.33 a gallon in Tucson. How about it?
$1.25. I heard
Yeah.
from somebody.
That's actually one of the things.
117 this morning.
$1.17.
This morning.
I'm gonna drive up there in the morning tonight. Fill up.
Thanks, Obama.
One of the things I thought about bingo is, well, at least gas prices are low because that Tahoe is a fucking gas
Gas
card.
card, right.
She only has a debit card.
Right. That's another thing I wanted to rap about. I don't know if this is a.
Yeah, we'll cut it out.
Okay, right. So, I mean, that's traceable. If she's using the debit card, right?
I brought that up today.
I don't want to bring that piece up, but
Okay.
no, it's not about you.
Yeah.
So I don't care if it is or not.
That's a good point, though, because
I thought, hey, do I have enough friends at the bank? I wouldn't ever want to ask them because I don't know. She doesn't do online banking.
You just ask at gunpoint; they'll tell you what it is.
The gunpoint was
for
how much
about
money I
30
take out of their
seconds.
fucking
You got to be
bank.
quick.
I'm kidding.
I bet you anything to do anything like that, they'll probably insist that it's after there's a APB
Right,
or
just-
some missing
Right.
persons or something, just so they don't have everyone going.
So
in
they're
I
asking
wonder where my
stuff
girlfriend is.
First of all, I didn't
Yeah.
mention the
Right.
name of the bank, but the point is, I do a lot of banking there, and I'm friendly enough with them that I could probably say, listen, just do me a favor. Just tell me the last place her ATM card was used.
Well,
These
tell me
these
after
things-
this is over. Tell me what bank it is, and I'll see if I can hook that up. Because
Oh,
wait,
no,
wait,
I-
your
no,
way
I
or
know
your
them.
wait? Which one with the gun or Doug's?
not the gun part. No, not the gun. No, I'm gonna scratch that from the record.
Okay.
Yeah,
I never said.
Prank call.
Right.
again, I know Bingo has talked over the last, whatever, it's been 6 weeks or 2 months. Occasionally she go, I should just drive and just clear my head and just drive and go away for a while. So I'm not, I should let, the fact that she didn't bring her phone is a douchebag move where she wants us to worry about her.
At the same time, you want to respect her, what she needs, her space. Is that what you mean?
Yes, but the fact that she left her phone behind so you couldn't contact her is a douchebag move. And that's,
I agree. Yeah.
yes. And then it's, now it boils down to which one of us wants her more.
Who's she gonna call first?
She can't call her.
Right. The people, but she's got she's got mind enough to, to get in touch with somebody. like my boss was saying today, look, she knows you work at Elmo's on such and such a day, and
You call it information?
yeah,
Elmos?
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's not.
I don't think she could remember the number. Well, actually, information probably doesn't even work anymore. I remember one time I tried to call 0 to see if you could get an operator.
Yeah.
You can't.
It don't work no more.
No, it doesn't work.
I remember when you just had to call the last 4 digits in town.
Yeah.
You remember that? You know?
Well, I lived out on a ranch, but we did the same thing.
Yeah, just call. And you call the wrong number, you talk for a half a fucking
For the
hour.
listeners, for the listeners, in Bisbee for landlines, you can when you go to Safeway to tell them your card number, you can just go 3435, and they know
Right.
the area code and,
And
the
the
first
prefix.
three.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. But we're still one of them last kind of villages hanging on to.
Which is how I know not to text a 432 number. That's a landline. You get a 249 or a 508. That's a cell phone.
Happy.
Yeah. You know, your half.
That is a half. I mean, the whole thing's a half. You want a half?
I'll
half
take
of a
your half.
You want my
Come
half?
on, man. I
Okay.
told you.
All right. Well, I'll just make.
Not
it
in
sure.
hospice yet.
All right.
The fuck?
I'll make
Take
sure.
it easy on me,
I
motherfucker.
drink more than the average bear sometimes. So.
Jobi's sister died horrifically. It was a great podcast.
It was a good one.
It was a good one. And so he's been splitting up his time. He's in Oklahoma taking care of her kids because the husband's going to work. And they're like 6 and 8. And now he's out here dealing with his mother's death. So the guy's going to take half time to take care of his kids. And Jesus, did I forget my fucking point again?
I think so. Keep talking.
Yeah, I got
My
nothing.
goddamn point. What were they just talking about?
We were talking about.
I've been from
His-
Tucson to
Toasting.
Tucumcari.
Yeah.
That's a Peter Tone.
Long
There it is.
time. Yeah. Doesn't matter. Death and I have a thing.
Well, I went through all this when my dad was sick years ago. That we did the living trust, all that shit. And it was really funny because my parents were.
Sorry, I found it.
Go.
I hate to
Go.
interrupt
Take
you.
it. Don't worry about me.
Well, his sister's name was Amy. And then Whiskey Girl, also named Amy. I go, if they find Bingo in a fucking ditch somewhere in a wooded area, we're going to start a band called the Three Amy's. You can take my part because I have no musical ability
Can I play
whatsoever.
two?
You play the
Or
triangle.
I'd love to play the tuba. Always wanted to.
All right, living
What time are we
trust.
at? What?
Living
He
trust.
was talking about living trust.
Yeah.
Well, no, my dad was getting sick, and I actually went to take care of him for a couple of years. And this is before Doug and I actually hooked up. And my parents were sitting in the it's not an attorney, it's someone who works with the attorney, but they can do like living trust and stuff. And my parents, they're like fucking me. They don't know what they're doing. We're online trying to figure all this shit out. We sit there, and the gal asks, now I'm gonna have to ask a couple uncomfortable questions. And she goes to my mom and says, now if anything happens, do you want any kind of heroics performed? Do not resuscitate is what it is. Mm-hmm. And she goes, nah, just let it go. Don't do anything. And she goes, all right. And then to my dad, she goes, now, Mr. Chaille, what would you like? He goes, everything. Don't stop doing whatever you could do. And my mom, they've been married 40-some years. She looks over and goes like, what? I go, you two have never fucking talked about this? Are you serious? And the lady's like, we get that all the time. Nothing.
Oh, shit.
So then immediately they can't let the other person be in charge of their spouse's like wishes because it's contrary to their own. Yep. So then all of that from that day on, I've been power of attorney.
And they're probably a little silly in the head at that age.
This was
Is your mother
15
lucid?
years ago. Oh yeah, she's great.
Jobi, your mother's fairly lucid.
Yeah, she's lucid. She can't talk well, but she knows what's going on.
All right,
for
and,
sure.
And Chaille, your
Well,
mother.
listen, my mom, she's fine. And that's my only problem right now.
Hospice care and fine.
That's what I'm saying. My only problem now is that I'm going to get home within the next 24, 48 hours, and she's not going to be how I remember her. And that's my problem.
That's what I walked into when I flew down this time. So it's like, oh, okay. But they also have that, parents have that thing. They think they're going to live forever, and they leave a pile of shit for you to deal with that is just insane. It's just... Yeah, it drives me up the wall.
I feel the same way, but I know that you can sell it on eBay. That's why.
No, my mom has always been about, like, I want to look at the things that everyone wants from the house. So for like 15 years, even like to girlfriends, they're like, if you like something, put some tape under it. It's yours when I'm gone. I just want to know who has it. I want to look at it and know where it's going to go.
How old are yours?
About 70, yeah.
Both 70?
Yeah, the mom's a day older than Dad, 12 hours older than Dad.
No shit.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. So she pulls that card once in a while.
Seniority?
Yeah. Listen here, Charlie.
This is a chain of command based purely on age.
Yeah. Yeah, but they're all there. They work way, they've always been, they work way harder than anybody should, in my opinion. But they work, they're still.
That's a good thing, I think.
Well, yeah, it is. It's healthy, especially as you get older, just to keep yourself occupied. And they do that. They're very adept in that area.
I feel that way about Netflix. Well, hey, at least I'm doing something.
I never had a Netflix. I don't know what it is, but
it's like the VHS, but you don't have to pedal the bicycle to make it run. Come on, that was fucking. That was way better than I thought.
You will if you're at my house, mister.
Oh, you mean pedal flicks? We got that.
But no, my folks are good. They're golden. My dad plays drums in the band. He's an amazing drummer. He's been a jazz drummer his whole life since he was 13, 14 years old. He picked up drums, and he's played with up until in the last 10 years when he started playing with me. He had only played jazz. I mean, straightforward.
What he calls slumming it.
Yeah, right. Like there ain't
I played my whole life. I have to play with him.
Right, I got to play with him. Right, there ain't no other gigs around.
Gig's a gig.
Right. But before that, I mean, he's played with everybody that he ever wanted to play with. His heroes and all that 9 yards. The only reason he gave up playing music and gave up that glamorous lifestyle was because he started popping out kids, and he wanted to take care of his family instead of go on the road and get hooked on heroin like every other jazz drummer. So that's the choice he made. But he's always played like, Charleston. He had a jazz club back in Charleston, South Carolina for years. And, he just figured it out. I'm the house drummer, so I'll invite Brubeck down and, well, what do you know? I'm the house drummer, so
nice.
You know what I mean? But he's a phenomenal player. He's a world-class player. And anyway, now I forgot my train of thought.
It's going around.
Is it?
Yeah.
I got a question. He's been playing for so long. Did he ever play like strip joints and stuff back in the day?
He's played everything you can imagine. I mean, he's played with he's done everything from. It's been, like I said, largely and 98% jazz, straightforward jazz standards, real shit. None of this Kenny G bullshit or whatever the hell these people are.
I picture him as a smooth jazz guy. Are you sure? Do you know?
No, he's a badass. Yeah. He's a badass on all accounts.
The reason I bring up
on a slow day, he's got 2 pistols on his hip. But I mean, he played. I don't. I'm not a name dropping person, and I don't know.
First of all, my audience will never know the names you're about to drop.
Okay,
so you go with Brubeck. They'll go, what? Brubaker?
Okay. Right.
I went with Brubaker.
I had a Studebaker once. right. Anyway, he's a phenomenal. And my mother also is a vocalist, and but she's an opera buff. It was her thing growing up. So. And she's also in this band that I have, so they both compromised themselves and sunk to my level. Just play with me. You're like, all right, once again, it's the only game in town, so here we go. But we have a really good time, and they're phenomenal musicians, and they're awesome people, and they still have their shit together. They work their asses off. They're where my brother and my sisters and I got our work ethic from, which is don't ever stop working, which is, again, going back to what's keeping them young,
I have a problem with sloth, which I'm drawn to, where I always feel like I should be doing something, especially now. Yeah. I think we went over this last night, that now... I don't know what to do with the rest of my life. I slumped over this bar today with Jobi going, I don't know what I'm doing other than just waiting for Bingo to call, and she can't call.
Right.
So
because you have her phone. Right.
But this only happened within the last 7 days because you just got finished with everything that was on your plate. After doing the pilot, that was it. You're done. You actually don't have an act, so you can't worry about that.
That stripper,
the stripper,
I don't know if you ever heard the podcast that started this.
I've never heard a podcast in my life.
All right. You probably know the story about the stripper I fucked on a cruise ship hammered. And that's when she told me, that's okay, I'm in love with someone else anyway. Yeah. And that stripper had, from what I remember, like this, was a nice enough girl, but she texts me, but every text says LOL or ha 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 at the end. She was like 23 years old.
I was going to say, 20, sounds 23 to me.
Yeah,
that's good for
Wait a minute,
3
fingers
hours.
crossed, 23. Fingers crossed.
Joe Rogan calls it post-cum syndrome, where as soon as you come, you go, oh, what did I do?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a nice enough gal, but not like when you were younger and you have a breakup and you go, I'm gonna go just fuck everything. I'm like, no, I'm just gonna hold my cards tight. I'll do some day drinking, but I don't want to make any bad choices.
Yep.
Fly someone out there. You go, did you just say LOL in my face?
Oh, she's like about to set it like out loud.
No. She's texting it. But
if you flew her out, she would say it.
If I was a younger man and I'm like, I'm going to get revenge, pussy.
Right.
And then
the capacity was there.
Yeah. Then she's saying LOL to you. And you're like, oh, geez, you got to go, but I got to get.
I just learned what that meant. I think it was last year. Not long ago. LOL. Why the fuck is everybody putting that on my... I don't do a text message stuff very often, and I suck at it, because I'm a terrible speller, and I'm not...
my hands shake so bad in the morning.
I'd rather drive to your fucking house and talk to you than, have somebody say LOL. I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean? Anyway.
Yeah, it's once you start shitting on the new technology, you're your parents.
Right. There comes a time. Yeah.
We're gonna try to do daily Bingo's Disappeared podcasts because I need to make it funny to deal with it.
Yeah.
But Chaille's leaving in the next couple of days. We'll have Shawnee. Shawnee knows how to do the thing to get it to the thing.
Well, a lot of this equipment's going because this is all going to Daytona.
Oh, fuck.
I have some shit at the house. I was about to throw it in the dumpster. Like, what do you need? I mean, I found when we cleaned out Bingo's bus, I found like recording equipment that I.
Yeah, but you just say you're going to throw shit away, and you looked at my gear.
No, I don't mean that. Nice. I was looking at it to see what it was because I know there was 2 of those I put in the dumpster this morning.
Once again, you decide to double down on that insult? Is that what you did?
Let me give somebody this shovel I got here.
Yeah, can you fit any more of your foot in your mouth?
Yeah, I just mean that I have no use for it, and I have a pluck.
Once again, let's go for the trifecta.
Your shit sucks. Okay.
Just get day 1 up so we can get day 2 up tomorrow, and then we'll figure out day 3 if she's not back. But yeah, right now,
not working
APB Amber Alert, Bingo Alert for a 1999 white Chevy Tahoe with Arizona plates with a blue-haired girl that looks just like Bingo driving around.
May or may not be swerving.
She could be anywhere. Like if she went, she could have gone east. She could have gone towards Virginia and Virginia. She could have gone towards. But I think she's somewhere. I bet. I'll bet money.
Okay.
That she never got 100 miles outside the Arizona border.
Oh, outside of the state of Arizona.
Yes, 100 miles.
Ooh, that's an interesting bet.
Let's see.
I'll put 100 on it.
That she did leave the state?
Outside of the
That
state?
she got outside the state. I'll put 100
I'm with
on
Buttercup.
it. I'll put 100 on it.
I'm with you.
Because because I see her just driving.
I don't know
Like
about
you were
100
saying-
yet. I haven't got my inheritance yet. So let's just, can we,
I was banking on you to give me the loan. Help me out here.
how about 20?
I was about to say, don't bet 100 because I'm going to have to cover it through Bingo for you.
Yeah. I'm with you. 20 is good.
Okay.
Well, just how about we just bet for spite?
All right.
I bet she never got further. I was thinking Joshua Tree would be as far into California.
That's California,
That
though.
crossed my mind, and it's
Did
come
it?
up, and with Bingo and I, we were talking about last night with the French doors and the French Quarter. I decided I wanted French doors from the French Quarter for the front of my house.
Oh, your planned felony? Yeah, go ahead.
Why you got to put it that way? but that's what it is.
Thought I
So
knew.
I mentioned that to her, and how you mention something to Bingo sometimes, and she gets really excited, about the idea, and I was only half kidding about it, but I do want a fish, some authentic French doors for the front of the house, because for one thing, my Harley would fit through the living room door better.
Practical.
than it does now.
Totally practical.
It's practical, right? But also, I just love them doors. I still have a doorknob. I stole off of one when last time I was down there. But
You're going to take that with you and try and find it? All right. You're going to hold it up to every door?
anywho, well, like we were saying, where's the fucking slip? Who got the foot? But the thing is, what I'm getting at is that when I say stuff like that to her, she's like, "Fuck yeah, let's go to New Orleans and steal a couple French doors. We'll spend 5 days, we'll get drunk, we'll steal some French doors, we'll come back." And
I'm sorry. I imagine her face going back into a fucking plate of Coke when she's saying, "Yeah, fuck yeah,
No, there
we'll
was
absolutely do
no,
that.
No, this
Let's
was
do all these things.
This was
I have a lot of ideas.
This was coffee in the morning. This was not. We were completely sober so far.
Just saying what I imagine.
No, I hear you. But so I mean, point being is that you have these conversations with Bingo.
she will grasp a
She
nugget of
grabs a
that.
hold on to something, right?
Yeah.
Right. Like it might be, let's go to a whorehouse in Vegas or Nevada somewhere, or it might be, let's go steal some French doors and or whatever the fuck it is, and she grabs a hold of a piece of that and it sticks.
Rapid cycles.
And it sticks because she'll
Yes.
bring it up 3 days later.
Yeah.
And I forgot all about me,
Yeah.
saying it.
And you brought it up.
Right.
Yeah, and you've already forgotten it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean, I was serious when I said it.
Yeah.
And still.
But it's 3 days later.
And if
let's
Bingo,
be
if
honest.
Bingo would just come back,
Fixate.
Yeah.
then I would be happy to jump in the truck and go steal some fucking French doors in New Orleans with her and bring them back so we all know where she is and I have French doors and my Harley fits in the house better and
Oh, my God.
everybody's happy, right? But so
Visual of him finding the Cinderella doorknob. You know what I mean?
I had the visual of Harley, Stalker Deb's Harley going through the French doors. Like, yeah, you get him in the divorce.
them big ass handlebars just don't fit in some doorknob.
We got like
Bert
ape
Kreischer's gonna
hangers
have
or
it.
something? You got some big old...
Ape hangers.
Yeah. I run apes for my whole life. Anybody need a shot? We're good.
No.
I know. I've been pacing myself through for the last 9 drinks.
What's that like?
Jeez.
Boring.
Well, so far, I remember all of tonight except for some of my points. So let's close while we're
Only-
ahead, and then
only
we can just drink and talk for reals.
Okay. All right. Well,
That's it. Oh, no, we're gonna.
Do you guys want to sing us out?
Hey, do you have anything, any of your own music that we can play?
Nah. I don't want to do none of that shit.
No, not live. But do you have anything like online that we could?
No, Bingo stole the guitar, so there's no one can play shit.
No, I unplugged everything I unplugged everything that I felt was me from my life 3 years ago. Which included my website and everything else. And now when I go to get gigs, it's just calling people that know me.
Word of mouth. Like,
we always close on a song, so I was just giving you respect if you had something.
Thank you.
Fuck it. Play something weird there, Chaille.
Now it seems to me that you know just what to say. Words are only words. Can you show me something else? Can you swear to me that you'll always be this way? Show me how you feel more than ever, baby. I don't want to be lonely no more. I don't want to have to pay for this. I don't want another lover at my door. Just another heartache on my list. I don't want to be angry no more. You know I could never stand for this. So when you tell me that you love me, no, for sure, I don't want to be lonely anymore. Whoa.
Bingo.
Hello.
Hello.
Buttercup.
And I are on the podcast deciding who you should be with. Me and
Buttercup.
say hi.
Buttercup.
Hi, darling.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm in New Orleans.
What are you doing there? Mardi Gras is over, baby.
I gotta go in this bar. Hang on. I can't hear you guys.
Okay.
Oh, that's not much better.
I would have gone the other way. I would have lost money on this.
Buttercup.
I mean, Willie, fuck it. I would have gone west. I said it's either New Orleans, Wyoming, or just campgrounds.
No.
Are you?
I drove to New Orleans.
How's your head with music?
It's okay now that I got here. I've been driving for... The truck broke down, everything got all fucked up for a minute, but I made it to New Orleans, and and I'm happy again. I forgot this is my town.
Did you pick us out a set of French doors yet?
What are you doing over there? You guys are podcasting?
Yeah, a couple nights in a row. You know what? It's kind of a dick move to fucking leave your phone behind and make everyone like gastrically, like painfully worried about you.
Sorry, I fucked up. I fucked up. I dropped Bird off to the airport and I got on the 10 and I drove to New Orleans.
And you packed a bunch of shit.
Yeah, I did. Because I knew at 6 a.m. that I was getting the fuck out of there.
I know.
But I told Bert, I was like, my dream, I can't believe you're there.
Buttercup.
Because my dream was for you guys to get together and figure this all out without me, and then I'll just come back and do whatever you guys say.
Well, dreams come true, baby.
Yeah, no, we said it's going to end like The Bachelor, where you have to give someone a rose.
I want two. 2 roses. And 2 French doors.
So, Jobi's also here. Jobi and Chaille's mothers are both in hospice care, and me and
Buttercup.
are just texting each other all day, going, "Where the fuck is she?"
Like schoolgirls.
I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to make anybody worry, but I was flipping out.
Yep.
I just in New Orleans.
Yep.
Next time you flip out, take a car that works.
Yeah.
I had to buy a fucking fuel filter that cost me $600.
$600 fuel. Who told you that? I want that motherfucker's phone number. Who the fuck told you a fuel filter for $600? I could have given you one for your left. Baby, damn. You're okay?
I'm okay. I had a flip out, but I'm okay now that I'm here. I'm with Rico right now at his job, so I went straight to Chocotoulis, and I'm at the tap room, and then Scott Clabby gets in tomorrow just randomly, so I'll be with Scott, so I'll be okay.
All right.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, you're a dick.
I know. I knew this whole time I was pulling a dick move, but I had to get out of there.
We love you anyway, baby.
You guys were both mad at me, and
I'm not. We're not mad at you.
Well, I said it's like when a kid runs away. When they come back, you don't know if you want to beat them or hug them, but you want to do both.
Well, you can beat me and hug me when I get back.
Whose phone are you on?
I'm on Rico's. Rico's at work on Chocotoulis.
All right.
And so I just pulled into New Orleans. This is my first destination. I went to the chat room, and I'm talking to you on Rico's phone.
All right. Well, if you need anything at all, Rico can write really small, so that's his fucking... He can do that for you. If you need something written really tiny in little tiny print, he can do that and send you a postcard, and he won't have to afford a stamp because you'll be at his house. So do you want me to FedEx your phone to you?
That might be a good plan. We'll talk. Are you guys airing right now? Is this on
Yes.
air?
Yeah, this is the second. This is Bingo Disappeared Part 2, Day 2.
I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm a fucking mess.
You're a lovely mess.
Well, are you guys figuring everything out for me? Because I wasn't going to come home until...
No, we're not figuring anything out. We're trying to keep shit peaceful. We both want you. God damn it.
Jesus.
I want you back. He wants you back. So yeah, but we're fucking gentlemen about it. What do you think?
I want you safe, baby.
I can't believe you're over there.
Buttercup.
Why the hell not? Where the hell else would I be?
I told Bert on the way up to because we had a great talk on the way up to the airport.
Yeah.
And I told him my whole dream was for you guys to figure this out and podcast about it. I can't believe that's happening.
Well,
that's so funny.
we've been trying.
Well, Bert is responsible for it because Bert told me that, and it wasn't until 5 beers later that I went talk about it.
Oh man. Okay, well, here's the thing. Rico is gonna need his phone soon. He's at work, so I'm gonna get off. But I'll call you the next time he has a cigarette break. Is that cool?
Sure.
Sounds great.
What's so
Sounds
funny
great.
about that?
Yeah.
It's all right. You're
I
bingo.
love you guys. I love you all so much. I love you all. I'm sorry that I'm such a fuck up.
Oh, baby. You're okay.
Actually, Bingo, this is Chaille. We got a pizza coming. Can you hold off on maybe 2 cigarette breaks, maybe?
We got shit to do, baby. No. Hey, Bingo. Do you have your laptop with you, Bingo?
No.
Is it at my house?
No, it's in the main house. I didn't take it.
Okay.
Why?
Oh, we were just wondering.
I was looking for it. And do you have meds? Do you have your meds?
I have meds, yeah.
All right, listen, Bingo. If you want to leave the Tahoe there and just fly home, I'll just fly you home, and we'll get the Tahoe eventually.
Well, I don't know what to do at this point. I just made it here. My mind's been crazy.
All right, just plan on just calling me from whatever number. I'll answer it from that area code, and
Okay.
we'll fly you home. We'll get the Tahoe eventually. It's not. It's not an investment property.
I'll have somebody just steal it and set it on.
Well, now it's worth $600 more.
Wait, French doors will fit in the back perfectly.
Oh, they would though. Yeah. Keep it there. Fly home. Yeah. It's a good idea. Good point. Yeah.
Shit, you guys. I'm so sorry.
Oh no.
Okay, I love you all so much, and I'll call you the next cigarette break.
Next cigarette break. Right. Okay.
That was a nice way to close the podcast. Thanks for calling now, honey.
Bye, Bingo.
I love you.
Bye.
We love you.
Love you, baby. Love you.
Bye.
I hate to hang up.
Jesus Christ.
I got the number.
Just gotta give the number back, or just gotta get the phone back.
That was fucking great timing.
Timing? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, this happened like 2 hours from now when there's no recording equipment. Is done.
Or in the morning where I'm not answering that. That's obviously a telemarketer.
I can't believe
Wait,
she got
504.
that fast.
Thank God I know every area code from my background in telemarketing.
She drove there. That was
By the way,
on the way.
by the way, Buttercup and I win.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
What's up?
Oh, you've missed all the shit. You have no idea
damn
what's
it,
going
dude.
on.
All right, I'm gonna pause this
Yes.
and we're gonna regroup and do
Pause
a
it, we'll
recap.
You gonna do a wrap up?
What the fuck?
That was insane.
We're going to just do a quick fucking wrap up of that, and then we're done.
Okay.
Because that was fucking.
Yeah.
Weird thing.
Priceless, man.
Yeah, we have to finish this.
Yep. Okay. Here we
How
go.
does that happen?
Well, didn't it start with you saying this is a telemarketer? And that's this whole podcast. I don't know if you were here yet about when your mother's dying and you get a telemarketer
No,
calling.
she got a call.
No,
I got a
you
call
thought
from
you- it was a
I thought
tele-
it was a telemarketer.
Yes.
It was ADT or her fucking the like.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
And I'm treating it like it's a telemarketer. Going, look, I got no time for this. It's like, well, you know, you gave us
Before
your
you
number.
got here, we started this, and he was talking about when he got the call about his mother being in hospice. He thought it was a telemarketer, and then when Bingo just called, I was saying it's probably a telemarketer, but it says New Orleans
So you
because it's
picked it up.
504,
Right.
so I better
Right.
pick it up.
Right.
And
Yep.
it was Bingo, and that's when we said, "Hey,
Yep.
don't say anything yet," and we turned the equipment back on, and that was a nice way to end day 2. She went to New Orleans, and you won a bet.
No, Buttercup and I here have just won
Hey.
the bet.
Yeah, that's right. Are we gonna spend this? We should buy some French doors.
Yeah, I know a guy.
we
I know
made
a
it
guy.
bet of spite. We,
I can get him cheap.
you bet 100, and then we dumbed it down to a bet of spite. So there's actually
Oh.
no money, and we have it recorded. So
It was 100.
How did I lose on that?
I'm editing this podcast. I can guarantee you it's going to say 1,000.
I don't, bro.
I'd love to say that this podcast will actually part 3 of the Bingo's disappearance will end with her giving one of us a rose, but there's probably like 8 more.
Let's settle for a link of Boudin.
Anyway, thanks for listening, and catch up on the next episode.
Or come out to Daytona.
Well, we got to get the Bert Kreischer. Bert Kreischer put all this in play, so we have 4 hours of me and Bert Kreischer, my man crush, that'll be coming in and out of this. So yeah, all right. Thanks. Backdoor Mike is here making cocktails, so we're gonna drink.
Hey, just do a plug for.
let's plug
I need a cocktail.
Jobi's the Doug Stanhope Celebrity Death Pool at DSCDP.
.com.
.com
but it's
or
at,
Twitter.
at Stanhope CDP on Twitter.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
And,
Get on. We're
and
launching some
come
new
to
homes.
Bisbee to see Washtub Willie and
Buttercup.
Buttercup.
Ggreg Chaille send condolences for his mother's soon-to-be
Stop it.
death.
I'll tell you what.
At Ggreg Chaille.
Let's just buy some merch. Everyone,
Yeah, just
let's
buy
some
merch. You know what? Instead of sending flowers, buy merch to keep Chaille doing this podcast. Thank you guys very much. Good night.
Flashing neon lights are shining bright tonight. I'm looking for love. ladies, they are playing it cool. Fair enough, I better talk to them and try not to look like an asshole. I got my intuition, and I don't need no pickup lines. Just get straight into conversation and give them damn good time. Ladies, let's go to my place. Yeah! Easy living, honky-tonk women, and cold beer. Tonight is the night I'm gonna live it up and drink my conscience clear. There's nothing better in this world than these three things right here. Easy living, honky-tonk women, and cold beer. Easy living, honky-tonk women, and cold beer. Easy living, honky-tonk women, and cold beer. Easy living, honky-tonk women,